Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness today. Want to say many thanks for staying strong and true with us in 2021. Welcome to 2022, the year of great and giant strides. We have I call it good news, but we have news to render, and it's coming from the President of Nigeria, also telling Nigerians this on the very 1st of January 2022. A lot of things to expect, of course. We remain grateful to the Almighty God for yet another year attained as a country, united by a common destiny and resolute in our determination to overcome the several challenges along the path to build a great and prosperous nation of our dream. I salute the courage and resilience of all Nigerians, which was evident in 2021, as this nation, like other countries of the world, faced significant challenges that occurred as a consequences of the pandemic and the efforts to restore the global economy and social order. The persistent insecurity in certain parts of the country may have threatened to unravel the incremental gains achieved in real sector of the economy and in the administration overall objective to position the nation on an irreversible trajectory of sustainable growth and progress. But I assure you that we remain resolute in our commitment and shall continue to press ahead with our programs and plans. Number four, listed it serially. Number four, the path to nationhood is often fraught and unpredictable difficulties and challenges, and the most tried and tested nations have often prevailed through dogged determination, resilience, concerted commitment to unite, and the conviction that the whole of the nation, standing together against all odds, is by far greater and would ultimately be more prosperous and viable than the sum of its distinguishable parts. Number five, there is no doubt that the issue of security remains at the front burner of the priority areas that this administration has given utmost attention to. As a follow-up to our promise to re-energize and reorganize the security apparatus and personnel of the armed forces and the police, it is on our record that this administration has invested heavily in re-equipping our military in line with upgrading the platforms and firepower required to tackle the current challenges being faced in the country. Number six, the net results of this effort have been the number of insurgents and bandits who have willingly surrendered to our security forces and continue to do so through various channels and a safe corridor created for that purpose. Number seven, the government, however, realizes that victory on the battlefront is just one aspect of sustainable victory. We know that to fully win this whole thing, we must win the peace and real security lies in winning the hearts and minds of the affected citizens. To this end, working with our international partners and neighboring countries, we will be deploying multifaceted solutions that will be targeted at addressing human security at the grassroots before it leads to insecurity. Number eight, once again, I'd like to take a moment to remember and honor the gallant military, police officers, and other security agents who have lost their lives in the course of protecting the territorial integrity of the nation against both internal and external aggressors, assuring their families that their sacrifices will not be in vain. Number nine, we equally remember and commiserate with Nigerians who have lost loved ones as a result of insecurity in different parts of the country. Every life matters, and every single death caused by any form of insecurity is a matter of personal concern to me, both as a citizen and as a president of this great country. 10. We must remain fully committed to upgrading the constitutional provisions that protect all Nigerians from any form of internal and external aggression. On the economy, we have shown a high level of resilience to record some significant achievements despite the turbulence that has characterized our economy and indeed the global economy. The lessons we have learned and keep learning from the pandemic have encouraged us to intensify efforts to mitigate the socio-economic effects on our nation. The major wins we have recorded can be clearly seen in Nigeria's most recent gross domestic product, that's the GDP, The figures released by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS), the 4.03% growth recorded on the third quarter of 2021 is indicative of the recovery being recorded in our economy and the confidence that is being shown through the policies the administration has put in place after the outbreak of the pandemic. Number 13. We may also recall that the recent growth is closely followed by the 5.1% year-on-year growth in real terms recorded by Nigeria in quarter 2 of 2021. This growth was one of the best recorded by any nation across sub-Saharan Africa. The 5.1 growth that at that time was and still remains the highest growth recorded by the Nigerian economy since 2014. 14. Despite the challenges we have faced as a nation, the good news is that we have so far recorded 4 consecutive quarters of growth after the negative growth rate recorded in quarter 2 and quarter 3 of 2020 due to the effects of the pandemic. 15. On August 16, 2021, I signed the landmark Petroleum Industrial Act into law. The signing of this legacy legislation is a watershed moment in the history of our nation, considering the massive positive impact the new act would have on the economy. I would like to sincerely commend the Ninth Assembly for the great and they demonstrated succeeding where others have failed and the cooperation that led to the completion of the process after almost 2 decades. Number 16. Just like I stated during the investment trips and fora that I have attended recently, the legislation is expected to serve as a liberalization force in the energy industry, and we are optimistic that this law will provide the much needed legal, governance and regulatory fiscal framework for the development of the energy sector, the host communities and Nigeria as a nation. Our objective to increase the liquefied natural gas export and expand our domestic market is still very much at the forefront of some of the policies we should be pushing in the new year. Number 17. In year 2022 and going forward, our administration would intentionally leverage ICT platforms to create jobs while ensuring that the diversification of our economy creates more support to other emerging sectors. I am proud to announce that several foreign investors are taking advantage of our ranking as one of the leading startup economies and ecosystems in Africa to invest in our digital economy. Number 18, we have given the utmost priority to fighting corruption and other related offences which have been a bound to the growth and prosperity of our dear nation. We have made major strides and breakthrough through the innovative use of technology and forensics in the investigative and prosecutorial processes, with commendable results to show that the anti-corruption drive of our administration is succeeding. Number 19, in the meantime, the accomplishments that have been recorded so far can be traced to the dedication of the nation's anti-corruption agencies, who have received the necessary support needed to effectively prosecute their duties. Number 20, despite our challenges in 2021, it was also a year in which the administration executed successfully key projects, programs, and initiatives to fulfill the promises made under the Security, Economy, and Anti-Corruption Agenda, that's CEA. SEA, which is called Security, Economy, and Anti-Corruption Agenda. 21. As we welcome 2022, let us with hope envision a year of continued progress against our combined challenges arising from security and socio-economic issues. 2022, as it is said, the past is but a story told, a future will still be written in gold. Let's be united in our fight to keep our nation united against all odds and with gratitude celebrate life in this new year epoch. In this new epoch. 23. I wish you a very happy and prosperous new year. Muhammad Buhari. Nigerians have taken to their social media. People are not sparing it at all. But I'll just take one statement only and would wrap it up. This one here is saying, which Buhari? Is it the dead Buhari in a shallow grave that Saudi Arabia? Excuse me, it's too early. This one here is saying, Sai Oga. This one here is recorded speech. Broadcast. Buhari did not give us live broadcast. This one here is a Buhari speech or address to the nation should be a live broadcast a broadcast, not recorded speech. Today is first and we are getting recorded speech. That's what go wrap it up. Let's put in the comment section. What's your take, please?